Okay, time for the best song in the game. I'm so hyped for this. I can't tell you. Ready? Here we go. I'm so hyped. I'm just gonna be quiet because I want to hear this. Bad. I've heard better versions. Okay, so playing the music. By the way, we could have come up to the mountain at literally any point. Hi, bird. We could have come up at any point and played that song. It's just, unless you have all 8 instruments, it doesn't do anything. Time has come. The windfish awaits. Enter the egg. Hoot hoot. Into the egg. I mean, that's only in this, but you might have heard it in something like Pirate Warrior or something like that. Okay, so the windfish is kind of special. Okay, so once you get in here, you get into this maze. There's a book you can get at the library that will tell you the directions through the maze. Left. Left. Left again. Left again. Up. Right. Right. Well, that was that. We were born of nightmares. To take over this world, we made the windfish sleep endlessly. If the windfish doesn't wake up, this island will never disappear. We would have been the masters of this place. But you had to come here and disrupt our plans. You can never defeat us. Let's rumble. You might be thinking the Game Boy version. It's a scary black ball with eyes. Secret is dealing damage this thing. Oh, is it magic powder? Yes, it's magic powder. That's what it is. I forget how you're supposed to figure that out. And it's Agadim time. Oh, wait. Couldn't hit that one. Okay. I jumped. And I swung at that. So, minor problem. I have absolutely no health, and I didn't bring a fairy. Did I? Nope. I was not smart. I forget how you deal with this. So that was me blocking. I had a shield up. Okay, guess what we're gonna do. I'm not putting up with this bullshit. Like, we ain't doing this shit. I'm gonna go get myself some fairies, and we're gonna kill this asshole. That was not the way to do that. We're getting some fairies. Some fairies in a bottle. I have 3 bottles. I can get 3 fairies. And then we're going to go and we're going to buy some magic powder from Tracy. And then we're going to go kill this motherfucker. Bow of Ares? I mean, that sounds epic. Okay. The problem is, I'm bad at video games, so this might still take a try or two. It's fine. No big deal, right? Yeah, that's fine. Still trying to think if I've seen a heart piece anywhere. If this is if this is randomized each time you play, or if this is always the same. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to remember most of it. I just don't remember how to deal with Ganon himself. And it took me a minute to remember how to deal with this thing. Like the first incarnation. Because it's so weird. Nothing else in the game really cares about magic powder. I mean, enter the dungeon, you deal with, you kill him like a dragon. Like, enter the dungeon, that's what you do. God damn it. red. Nice. Nah, not yet. Yeah, I don't really remember how I did it, but sure. You mind, it's been a long time since I beat that boss, dude. Couldn't get you there. It's annoying. Okay. Maybe. The weapon has been a different color each time. Don't hitting the weapon doesn't do a damn thing. Not hitting the weapon. That hit him? That didn't look like it hit him. I just legitimately don't remember what his weak point is. Oh, spin attack. Of course it is. Okay, I don't know why that didn't work there. Okay. I did spin attack. It's the first thing I've done each time. I think it's like, maybe you have to jump and spin attack at the same time. I missed, I was on top of him, also hijack. Why are you not dead? Why are you still alive? Can we please not do this? See, that time it didn't work. It didn't work there. I was right on top of him. I even took contact damage. And for some reason that worked. Okay, what are we doing now? What? Do this again? No. Oh, boomerang, okay. Okay, apparently just bolt boomerang. Boomerang is how you deal with that, apparently. Okay, now we get to the actual boss fight. Why use arrows when I can use Boomerang? Boomerang works just fine. Okay. Ow. Okay, his arms are moving slightly faster now. I mean, if you want arrows, I can do arrows. Oh god, his arms are getting slightly off tilt. I hate this part. Are we done? This island is going to disappear. Our world is going to disappear. Our world. Our world. Thank you, William Shatner. Bullshit Ganon fights bullshit. Okay, now for the time for the biggest twist and what the fuck in Legend of Zelda history, maybe. I don't know, maybe not. Especially in this game where they hint at it through the entire freaking dungeon. Okay, so how is it rendered in this? I don't remember going into space in the original game, but okay. Hi, Owl, you're not the one I want to talk to. Hoot! Young lad, I mean, Link, the hero. You have defeated the nightmares. You have proven your wisdom, courage, and power. As part of the Windfish's spirit, I am the guardian of his dream world, but one day the nightmares entered the dream and began wreaking havoc. Then you, Link, came to rescue the island. I've always trusted in your courage. I knew that you would turn back the nightmares. Thank you, Link. My work is done. The Windfish will wake soon. Goodbye, Hoot. The goofiest looking thing of all time. I am the Windfish. Long has been my slumber. In my dreams, an egg appeared. It was surrounded by an island with people, animals, an entire world. But verily, it be the nature of dreams to end. When I dost awaken, Koholint will be gone. Only the memory of this dreamland will exist in the waking world. Someday, thou may recall this island. That memory makes the dream world real. Come, Link. Let us awaken together. Play the 8 instruments. Play the Song of Awakening. If you say so. Play that funky music, Link boy. This song is so good. Poor Link. The look on his face is terrible. He's having a bad day. A bad day. So Link's no longer asleep, but he's still lost at sea. Does he see land? Or wait, no, we're just fading out. Okay. I'm assuming this is credits roll, right? Yep. Okay. So what now? Good question. The windfish was real, apparently. I will say, I'm a little bit annoyed that because the whole windfish is a flying whale thing comes out of nowhere in the original game. Like, there's no hint that that's a thing, you know, it's out of nowhere. So the fact that in the egg, like, there's a fish motif on the battlefield, and you hear not fish, sorry, you use whale motif on the battlefield, and there's whale song in the background. It's like, okay, come on, no. It's supposed to be a surprise. No, Jack, it was somewhat unique back in the day. Like, no one had done that crap before. And the game does do a couple of hints, even early on. There are hints that it's a dream. That you're in, you know, the fact that all bosses are called nightmares, for example. And then, of course, the game outright flat tells you it's a dream later on. You know, it makes some level of sense. I mean, I thought it was a pretty good, yeah, not hinting it makes it a lot better. Yeah, I thought the actual game was good. I think the actual, the art style, I think, worked extremely well for a 2D Zelda. I think the major problem that this game runs into is just the severe length issue. Again, we're coming in at probably 21 hours, maybe less. Oh, hey, original music. Neat. We're coming at like 21 hours. So the problem is it's short, and the chamber dungeons, while cool, didn't have enough there to not feel like it was padding. I think there's a little bit of an issue. The end. So what I'm kind of curious on is, what does clear data do? Not much, doesn't seem like. Like, usually clearing means something has happened in the game. Like, there's some bonus somewhere. I'm not sure if I necessarily feel like randomly wandering through the world looking for stuff. Well, I can buy more chamber stones. Ooh, I have a chamber stone. Let me guess, he has more chamber stones? He has more chamber stones. Look at all the chamber stones. Apparently, this is what you're supposed to spend all that money on. Yep, hey, look, there's another one. Like, don't tell me there's another one, because then you have to grind. Oh my god, they want you to grind for chamber stones? That's not acceptable. Oh, hey. Okay, hold up. Is that my last statue? What? Wait, what is this? What is this bullshit? What was that bullshit? Excuse me? Come again? What? Just, I'm not allowed to... I have to perfectly time it is what you're telling me? This better be it. Yeah, no, you better give this to me. Don't you dare bullshit me on that. Oh my, don't you dare. That's what I thought. Okay, we have a final statue. Challenge again? No. Give me the chain chomp. At the bow breaker. It's scarily realistic. You've got a good eye and a steady hand in here that makes you a champ, and here's a lump of rock to prove it. I think it's called a chamber. Oh my god, another chamber stone. And listen, no champ pays more than 5 rupees a go in my establishment. Dude, you've got nothing else for me to do in your establishment. So I guess if I really wanted to grind for, like, chamber stones, I could just go and do that over and over and over. Chamber stones is Bow Wow. Place a Bow Wow figure here. Place it. It's a Bow Wow figure, guaranteed to stay perfectly still. And nothing happened. So, doing all the statues was for the sake of doing all the statues. Oh, man. I'm angry. It's not gonna happen. Was gonna say, at some point this happens, right? They are vicious little buggers. Is that it? 3 waves? Yeah, I'll never forget you, Marin. Okay, well, that was fun. So literally in the entire game, I am missing a quarter of a heart container. Like, we're missing a heart container. Hey, folks. Just a quick little thing here. I figured out where my missing heart piece was. Because it kind of bothered me that I didn't get my 100% completion done. So, as you can see, we're missing exactly 1 heart piece. We have all 50 of the seashells. Really, the only thing I may not have is the chamber stones. But I'm trying to decide how much I care, to be 100% honest with you. As far as I'm aware, the only one I'm missing is in the shop. And there may be one after that, and I don't know if I care. You know, I might go and... you know what? Even as I speak, you know, I say that, but I'm like... I'm going to give it one shot. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to town. I'm going to... go do a quick crane game, and I'm gonna use that to get my last stuff. So I think what I'm gonna do is kind of I forget if in the stream I kind of commented on last thoughts, but I guess if I did, I'll reiterate them, and if I didn't, great, you'll hear them from me now. But like I think this was a really good move by Nintendo to remake this Zelda game. Not only is it a good one from the past of a lot of your gamers. There's a lot of us who are around my age, maybe a little bit younger, who played Link to the Past, especially the DX version, and this is really going to be amazing for them. Because they get to kind of relive their childhood. I think even though a lot of people were worried about this graphical style and they thought that the graphics were not going to work out, I think the graphics worked out great. I think this this turned out to be a fantastic graphical style for this game. So I think that was fantastic. It controls well. I believe that putting 1280. Whoops. Let's get some more. I think putting stuff like the boots on just a trigger button and, not having to equip the bracelet, stuff like that, definitely did a lot to make the game a lot more user-friendly and accessibility style. It doesn't feel like a pain in the ass. And I remember playing, playing Link's Awakening DX and having to, consistently change out items. Also, unlike every other Zelda game, like every other one, the items have a distinct place on your menu. Sword is always here, shield is always here, so on and so forth. Link's Awakening was different. When you equipped one item, it actually like swapped them, so your menu was always changing. I know the speedrunners have complained about that. So, there's a lot of these little minor things that they made better. I went and watched a speedrun of the original Link's Awakening DX after having beaten this. And I gotta say, there's a lot of the stuff, like, I sit here and I'm like, you know what, there's these, you get this little crappy item after you get a Chamber Stone after your 50th seashell. Well, you only needed 20 or maybe 30, 20 of 28, 30 of 38, something like that. You only needed that many seashells in the original game. When you got your 20 or 30, whatever it was, you went back and you got your level 2 sword. Please tell me there's nothing. Oh my god, there's another one. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. It's not happening. I'm not farming up another 1,280 rupees. But after you spent your 20 secret seashells and went and got your weapon, all the other seashells vanished off the map. They're just gone. They don't show up anymore. So I think it very much made the rest of the seashells actually worth something. Now, getting a Chamber Stone for your 50th seashell, I don't necessarily think that's actually worth it, but, whatever. If you like the Chamber Stones, you like the Chamber Stones. I do think there was a little bit too much grind when it came to the chambers. I really don't think that gameplay element was amazing. What I said during the playthrough is how I feel about it, in that the, Zelda, Super Zelda Maker was a great idea, but there wasn't enough customizations of the chambers, so it just felt like great idea that felt like padding, I think, is the way I'm going to put it. Like, it felt there should have been more in there. If there was more customization, and I didn't see any online abilities, I'm not sure why not. I was expecting them. I don't know if there is online, I just missed it. But you should definitely be able to, connect with people online and, play their dungeons, and you play against theirs. So having that plus customization would have made that feel, a lot better. That being said, overall, I think this is a great game. Having said that, I don't think it's a $60 game. It really isn't. I'm not entirely sure what Nintendo was thinking putting this at $60. This is 35 to 40 at best, in my opinion. I haven't looked at the actual numbers yet, though I could tell you right now. Hold on, because I have my stuff open. So, in total, if I look at the amount of time we spent on this, I'm gonna give you an exact number. I can tell you exactly how many gameplay hours we ended up having overall. So it's an overall thing, including, you know, the grind. So sorry, this is taking me a second to get the actual numbers here. So if I look, we had a total of 15, so 17 and a half hours of gameplay. This includes the chamber dungeons. And that is for someone who 100% of the game. You know, literally, because again, I'm finishing this off by getting the last heart piece, and I hit myself when I found it. I went searching and went, did I get that one? Turns out I did not get that one. So 17 and a half hours of gameplay, for 100% completion. Now, minus the chamber stone that I'm not getting, because screw that noise, I'm not farming that much. Now, again, that is someone who knew the game. It's a replay for me. It's not first time playthrough. I think you're probably going to be seeing closer to 20 to 25 hours of the main game playthrough for someone who hasn't played before. But again, I think that 60 is a bit much for a for a 25-hour game. I think there needs to be more in here. Now, if Nintendo ends up doing something like, I don't know, DLC of some, like free DLC of some sort, maybe they'll change things. But okay, so let's talk about my final heart piece. My final heart piece is this one down here. So we saw this heart piece a long time ago. We ended up, I forget how long ago we saw it, but we saw it, but it was before I had Hookshot. So there was no way for me to actually go get this heart piece. Whoops. Which, you know, happens, right? Oh my god, this bat. There it is. The final heart piece. The final heart container. And that's completion. So yeah, overall, I loved the game. I thought it was great. It was a fantastic walk down memory lane for me. I think it was too expensive. Again, I think $40 is probably the price point they should have aimed for. I can kind of understand if they did, you know, if it was development cost or something like that. Like, I kind of understand, but there's just not enough content here. They needed more. You know, they needed more side stuff. You know, a couple more side quests, more enhanced fishing. You know, the statues needed something else. I don't know. There needed to be something else in here. It is my profound hope that sometime in the future, they're going to go and do this same treatment to Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons, put them both on the same cartridge. Because that's the important part. It needs to be on the same cartridge. I don't want to spend $60 each. But put them both in the same cartridge, and same art style will be just fine. I think that'll work out great. That's it for me, guys. Thank you for joining. I'll see you guys next time.